Hello, 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 hello. It is Sky Time with Skyline. Oh, yeah. And so I'm coming to you guys today because I did make a video earlier today um, stating that I was going to be doing, I believe I said it in the video anyway. It was a lot of stuff that I want to do. Currently, it's pretty late. It is 1:32 in the morning, and so I took a nap earlier, and I'm up. And I feel a little bit better. Earlier, I was still feeling pretty bad. I'm getting, as each day comes, I'm getting a little bit better, feeling a little bit better. And so I decided that since I couldn't sleep anyway, and I had to go pick up my dad for work at 5 o'clock in the morning, I might as well do some work till then. And it's already 1:30, so why not? At this current moment, I'm getting ready to make a mask for a cancer survivor, and the mask says, "You don't scare me, I beat cancer." And so that's what I'm doing right now. The colors are black, pink, and teal. That's going to be on a white mask, and we're continuous. I am using the Cricut Maker for this project. And before I start cutting, I like to check my needle. It's not focusing, but I like to check my needle because sometimes if I cut glitter or leather or anything like that, sometimes little particle pieces get stuck. And so here we are. Excuse my table. These are pieces of scrap vinyl that I found, and I'm going to cut those up with my little hole punchers that I bought. Paper cutters, punchers. I'm not exactly sure how you want to say it, but doesn't want to focus, but I just cut out a little bitty heart, and I think that is going to be awesome sauce. And that's another reason why I like the Cricut Maker, because it's so fast. It is so fast. So it cut out the teal piece first. Now I'm cutting out the pink. And yeah, I was trying to show you guys a little bitty heart that my hole puncher punched out. But I want to use these pieces for like my little kid shirts, birthday shirts and things like that I'm going to use, be making. And I don't like pieces like this. I can't do anything with it. You know, I can't even use this piece. I wouldn't even be able to use in my embroidery because the pieces is so small. So now that I have this, I'm able to still use my pieces. I can get as much as I can out of it, at least. You know? It's all about finding what works for you. Finding what works for you. And just being creative. Being creative. Like, I thought this was perfect because then I'm still getting the most I can out of my pieces. I mean, not out of my pieces, but out of my vinyl. I'm still getting, you know, I'm still getting life, you know, items out of this vinyl. Let's see if I can get a star. Yep, I was able to do a star. They're so tiny, guys. I like it. Oh. Okay, why do I feel like I'm tripping? Because oh, it did the black. Okay, I thought it was doing the. I thought it was cutting the pink, and I'm looking at the pink like there's nothing there. Like, what's going on? And it was cutting the black out instead of the pink. But yes. Okay, that came out good. And as you guys can see, I have company here. She's like me. She has a hard time sleeping at night. And so, I do like try to get in the bed. But on nights like tonight, when I'm up and she's having a hard time, I'll just let her come in here with me. And she'll keep trying to fight it. Mommy, I'm not sleeping. I'm not sleeping, Mommy. And in 5 seconds, she's doing that. Thing about it is I have to leave her in here when I decide to go to bed because they are too heavy to pick up. She is 9 years old. And even though she's shorter than her baby sister, they are still pretty weighty. Especially when you sleep. That dead weight ain't no joke. And so far out of this, I was able to do so far 3 hearts and 4 stars. And I still have some. So, yeah, I think that was a pretty good investment. Pretty good idea. Pretty good idea. Like I said, I can always use these pieces on a birthday shirt or something that I'm making for a customer. And I'm not losing my money. I'm not throwing away vinyl because I found another way to use it. Found another way to use it. Oh. Where'd it go? Excuse me, guys. Okay, there we go. Ooh, found it. Alright, so I'm gonna push this back a little bit. Gonna move that over there for a second. Or up there, either or. That'll work. Pull this off. And I have some extra on here. So I'm just gonna cut that off and put it in my little batch over here. I have a bucket full of scraps. And those are scraps that I've had since I've started making things. I don't know. I don't know. I like trying to find other ways to use things rather than just throwing vinyl away. It's just, I don't know. I guess I have OCD for that, if that's what you might want to call it. OCD. So right now, oh, excuse me. What I'm doing now is taking the tape. This is painter's tape. And I can't even remember where I heard to use painter's tape. I know someone was saying use it when I'm making keychains for the leather. They were saying to use it to help hold the leather down. Sometimes it's a little hard to see, but I do have a light that I put in here sometimes. My husband also has a YouTube page, and so he uses the light in the room when he's doing his videos. And I'm just going to be honest, I'm being lazy. I didn't feel like getting up to go get it. Alright, and excuse my mat, it is pretty dirty. But I plan on cleaning those pretty soon as well. Like this little piece right here. Somebody would probably look at that and I was like, why are you saving that? And the reason why is because I can use it. I can definitely use it. And I'll tell you what I do. So for pieces that's not glitter, like I don't think I would be able to punch. I don't think so. Let's try it now. Now that I say that, I want to try it. I might have to do it with the carrier sheet on it though. And that's the part that I don't know if it's going to break through. Oh, it did. It worked. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. So I can even use it for my everyday iron-on vinyl. I think because I'm doing it with the carrier sheet on it. And then once, you heat it onto the garment, you take the top layer off. Because I'm thinking that without it, it's not thick enough. This vinyl is it's not as thick as the glitter vinyl. So yeah, wow, okay. So I guess I can put that piece over there. And then pieces like this, if I can't use it at some point, I'll just make shapes, cut like maybe triangles out of it. Just cut different shapes out of it. And at some point, I can use it on a shirt. Did I just throw that down there? I did. Okay. So these are the pieces that I've cut. Goodness gracious, table. I don't know what that is. It's not sticky or anything, but it's not coming up off my table. So, I'm trying to think right now because I just had my weeding tool, and I'm trying to think of where I put it. I have a metal weeding tool. Oh, here it is. This is my most favorite weeding tool. It was, I bought something off Amazon. I think it was some vinyl I bought off Amazon once, and it came with it, and I was ever so grateful for it because to me it's better than the Cricut pieces. I personally have a hard time with the Cricut tools, their weeding tools. I've always had a hard time with them. I'm not exactly sure why. It's like at some point they start bending at the tip. I've had this one for years. This middle one that I have, I've had for years. And it has not bent or anything. But yeah, I don't know. At some point the Cricut ones start bending on me at the tip. Then I wind up having to try to go get another one or buy another one. And at some point that gets a little aggy. Because anybody that does Cricut knows that Cricut things aren't that cheap. Well, it's not to me. I guess depends on what you call cheap. But they're not that cheap to me. Let me say it like that. Right now I'm just weeding out my letters. And sometimes because these are so small, like the words are so small, because the words are so small, I have to be really careful not to pull the wrong piece too hard or anything, or it'll damage the letter. Right now I'm weeding my fist out. And sometimes stuff like this happens where my fist did not cut out all the way. But that is okay, because we're gonna make it work. Now see, like this without the carrier sheet, I'm not sure if that would cut in here. But because I'm trying stuff tonight, I'm going to try it right now and see if it works. I don't think it will, because that's like stretchy material. But oh. Okay, yeah, no, I wouldn't recommend that without the carrier sheet. So I did it, and it's still attached. I mean, but it did do it. I mean, you could pull it or cut it the rest of the way, but it's not going to give it a clean edge. It did the top, but the bottom doesn't really have a clean edge. So I wouldn't recommend doing that with without the carrier sheet piece. There is a piece still left on that, so I can use that. But yes, that's the fist. That there. And then we have the, and that probably happened where it didn't cut the top, because I did have painter's tape on it. And because I had the painter's tape on it, it may have cut the painter's tape, in which means it didn't cut all the way through, which is fine, because like I said, you can't even tell by looking at it that it didn't cut through unless I tell you, hey, you know, I had a little trouble doing it. If I don't say a thing, nobody knows. How would they know? There's a little TikTok thing that does that. How would they know? They're not going to know. We're weeding. I beat cancer. And actually, there's an inside that can be pulled out of here, but I'm going to leave it. I'm going to leave the inside. You can take the insides out and cut it, but I'm going to leave it like this because when I put it on, I cross it, like I put it behind the fist. so it makes it looks like it's holding it. And I think it just looks better if it's a solid piece rather just an outline. That's just how I feel. Might not work for you. It's just the way I do and how I like to do this one. All right. And so, as I told you guys before, yesterday, I received this little bitty iron. It's so teeny. And this is one of the reasons why I purchased this little bitty iron. And that's because I make masks every now and again. And it's really, really hard to try to use my easy press. It's really, really hard trying to use my easy press to iron on a mask. And that was the smallest thing I had actually, was my easy press. Up until I got that iron. Of course, it's even harder trying to use my 15 by 15. And so this is my 15 by 15. Those are some baby blankets and stuff. That's the material that I want to try the ties with. And then I have this 5-in-1 heat press here that also came off Amazon. It came with that piece, a mug press, 2 plate press. Like if I was making ceramic or glass plates, images. It came with that, the mug press, the 2 plates, and a hat. Oh goodness, a hat press. So I have a hat press, a mug press, 2 plate presses, and the heat press itself. And so I got this mask. It's white. Oh, excuse me, my eye is itchy. Itchy. Oh, goodness. I have this little board here. I'm going to kind of pop this inside out. Place these on here to where I want them. As a matter of fact, I want to do the words at the top first. You can't scare me. So what I'm doing is the carrier sheet. The carrier sheet on here, I kind of tuck it up under here so it gives me a nice little straight line. I do have pillows, but at this present time I can't find one, so I'm just going to use a piece of this fabric here. could use my easy press pillow over there, but that's a nice little way off. And this is kind of short, so I'm going to go ahead and do it, and then I'm gonna come back to you guys with the end result, letting you see what's going on. Okay, y'all, so this is the result of